Have you been feeling a little edgy lately or have been slightly overreactive? You're not so sure? Go ahead, ask your spouse or co-workers. If they're brave enough, they may even tell you. So if that's the case, here's the good news. You could blame your hip flexors. It might not be even you, it might be just a tight muscle in the center of your body. This muscle is called the psoas and attaches from your low back to your inner thighs. If you want to learn more about the anatomy of the muscle and why it can create stress in your body, there is a video on that one. I posted it last week. Just go to my channel. There's also one video that will show 3 very effective active stretches for these muscles. Today we go a different route. I will show you 3 variations of a pose or a position that lets the muscle release. So there's no active stretching. We're just going to use the pull or the force of gravity so that the muscle can slowly relax into the skeletal system per se. This position is called the constructive rest position. It's been developed by Maple Todd and Lulu Schweigart in 1930. So it's definitely time proven, so we are good with that. Being in this position will relax the muscles and also soothes your nervous system. So we can take the edge off a little bit. Is that how you say it? Take the edge off? I'm German, you know. Because this muscle is directly connected to your fight and flight system, the sympathetic nervous system, fight and flight. So if you fight, you will run. So the psoas initiates every single step. If you fight, you may want to kick somebody, also being initiated. So let me show you what you can do in order to release this muscle. All you need is a soft surface that you can lay on. You may have a yogi block at home, or you can also use a thick book that will do it. A strap or a belt is also helpful for the second variation. So now let's lay down on your back. Bend your knees and keep your feet about hip width apart. And try to keep your feet fairly parallel to each other. Then just take a deep breath in so that your chest rises slightly and let your shoulders heavily drop to the floor. When it comes to the shape of your spine, you try not to fix your posture in any way. You try to relax your muscles so much that your spine can find its natural curve. Let your arms be soft on the side. You can open up your palms towards the ceiling, keeping your fingers soft. Now let's look at a few variations. Let's say your thoracic spine, the upper part of your spine, is too rounded. They place a blanket underneath your head until you feel that the front of your throat softens. The rest is the same, like in the previous posture. Next variation. Sometimes the legs simply do not want to stay together, or they drop too close to each other or fall apart, one or the other. So here you use your book or your block and put it between your knees, and then wrap the strap around the outside of your knees. So just enough so that your knees will not fall apart. You don't have to put too much muscular effort into keeping your knees upright. Don't inhibit the circulation of blood. That would be helpful. And the last variation, you can put your feet now onto a chair, or a couch is just as fine. If you have a chair, make sure that the surface is somewhat soft and warm. So you place your calves onto the chair or the couch, keeping your knees as wide as your hips apart from each other. And then bring your shoulder blades slightly towards each other so your chest feels open. Take another deep breath in and then relax. If you know that you can stay still for 20 minutes, go ahead, set the timer for 20 minutes. If you have never done something like this before, I would say start with 5 minutes. Otherwise, you will get antsy very quickly. All right, so practice these postures and see how they are beneficial for your nervous system to settle and how they will affect your mood in a very positive way. I'm sure the people you are living with will highly appreciate if you come along in a stable and enjoyable mood. All right, namaste.